All right, this is Less Politic. We got DWANYE, the Act Factor, and we got our special guest, Miss KIMMIE. Is that KIMMIE Sanders?
You better know my name.
Okay. Now we have Miss KIMMIE. We got Miss KIMMIE on the line now, and we had a two-part interview without her. You know,
I mean, like, what is that? How do you have a two-part interview without me? And I am the reason for the second interview.
I mean, you was commenting on it. You was going in, so we just...
Yeah, I'm gonna go in today. Let's get it cracking.
Okay, Wayne, do you want to clear anything up, or you want to start this off?
Well, I mean, first of all, I wanna thank Miss Sanders for putting aside her time to be on this segment. And the purpose for the segment really is to shed light on some of the situations that I feel will make our relationships as people overall better. And, I just appreciate your participation, first of all.
Oh, thank you, sir.
All right. So, the subject, is, if anyone checked out any of the segments was, based off of some comments that I made, in a situation that I had gone through when I was, kind of semi-stranded out one day. And I just made the comment that as long as I've been black.
How long is that?
We gonna just say as long as I've been black.
How long you been black, baby? How old are you?
That's 30-something years. As long as I've been interacting with, old enough to like.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You said 30-something. So how many is the something?
I mean, Miss KIMMIE Sanders, that has, it's kind of irrelevant to what the point that we're trying to make.
I just want to know. One day you stay out of this. I want to know.
I mean, we talk. Let's stay on subject.
All right, honey.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that off air.
Okay, what's my number now? So you can call me anytime.
No doubt. Let's get it. I'm old enough to be able to speak from experience as far as relationship experience and just interacting with females of my own race. I think that's what more or less made it about, like an issue about black or white, because I've never dealt outside of my race. I think I've on one of the statements was made was that, like, I have an affinity, I would assume, for other races.
White women, that's what I said. Caucasian persuasion. We can tell it like it is.
Okay, but that's not the case at all. Being that I've never ever dealt outside of my race, I've only interacted with my own race. I just found it really noble of a woman that I never dealt with race-wise to come to me in that type of fashion when I had never even had been approached like by a woman of my own race like that, as far as the nobility of being able to see where she could come in and assist in bringing home the bacon, so to speak.
Okay, so what do you want to ask me? How do I come into play in this conversation?
Well, we didn't have any questions. You the one that was pretty much saying that, it was a white thing and the man
No, that's not what I said. I did not say it was a white thing. What I said was she was a good Samaritan. Now, that's what I said. The whole act should have been viewed as a good Samaritan. You can refer to the King James Version of the Bible, or you can Google it and Google Good Samaritan. It'll give you a whole list of scriptures that you can read about Good Samaritans. Now, I didn't want to make it a race thing, but he kept saying white. This white woman, she called her dude or her gal, her boo or whomever. And I just said that, I just felt like he was playing it up. There are plenty of good Samaritans out here, and I wouldn't care if he was purple, white, blue, green, or yellow. If my car stopped on the side of the road and I was stranded, I don't care who you are. As long as you come to help me, I'm going to accept the help. I'm not going to play it up because of your race. I'm just going to say, hey, what's your name? And I would refer to X, Y, and Z or whoever. I wouldn't have said a race or a color because it really didn't matter, because the color didn't help me. The person did.
Exactly.
Well, you didn't say that though, and you didn't say that at all.
But
that's because what I said was I did not want that comment to be taken the way he was saying it to me, not to anybody else, not to you and not to him. To me, it made it seem like it was impressive, or he was impressed because this was a white woman. He had never experienced this in his own race. So to me, the undertone, the underlying factor of this made it seem like it was only because she was white that made it good. Now, I'm a good Samaritan. If you need 50 cents to get you a drink, I'll be a good Samaritan and say, hey, I got 50 cents in my pocket, go get you a drink.
Have you ever?
If you get on the side of the road and your car done stopped and your battery's dead, I'll pull over and say, hey, I got some jumper cables. You can start your car. I've done it plenty of times. So I don't think that we need to get caught up on the race. I think that we need to stick to the social issues and just say that we as black people need to educate our youth, educate our young adults, and educate each other on how to be better citizens in this world. That's what it's really about.
I totally agree. Let me ask you this. Have you ever went to a club and bought a man a drink and you didn't even know him?
Well, I really don't. No, that's not what I do. Now, if I went out with somebody and I know you, yeah, I'll buy you something. I've done it before. I'm generous. I'm not the type of person that's going to be selfish. And if my man needs a job and we're together and you've lost your job, baby, I can sympathize. Let me see your resume. I can tweak it. Let me get online and Google this and see how we can get you working again. Right,
but the question was, you don't know this guy, just like we don't know the women when we're out, and men always buy drinks for the most percentage-wise. We offer to buy the drink. Why have you never offered to buy a handsome young man? He don't even have to be handsome. Just a fair-looking guy a drink because he had a cool conversation or he was just being a cool fella.
No, because first of all, when I come to the club, I come with my own money. So I buy my own drinks. And so anything that I come in contact with in that club is extra. I don't set out on, oh, girl, he's so fine, I'm buying him a drink tonight. No, it's not happening. It's not happening.
So what happened, like to the mindset of being good Samaritan in that corner?
Thank you.
I think.
Wait a minute. Now, me going to the club and you being on straight outside the road, you ain't being no good Samaritan. Because, see, if you straight outside the road, your ass shouldn't be in no club either way. You should be somewhere trying to work overtime to get your colleagues.
Now, we talking about two different...
Let me wrap it up. Now, if you're in the club, it's not about being a good Samaritan. If someone sends a drink your way, it's because they're interested in you or they want to talk to you or something like that. I don't go to the club because I'm interested in me, and I go to the club to have a good time.
I know,
not necessarily, because I could say if you're looking at like the equivalent of being a good Samaritan in the club. If I'm
not being a good Samaritan in the club. Ain't nobody going to the club to say, I want to be a good Samaritan tonight. Everybody's going to the club because they want to have fun, or they want to pop a molly, or they want to get laid. That's why they go to the club.
Okay, let him finish.
Be a good Samaritan. Being a good Samaritan at the club is if she walks out, she got a flat tire. You say, okay, ma'am, I saw you drinking and shaking your ass. Let me get your number. But in the meantime, let me get this tie iron out. Let me get this jack. And let me go ahead and take care of this for you and put your donut on your car so you can make it home safe. Man, be sure you call me and let me know that you made it home safe. Now, that's a good Samaritan. Now, being in the club and being on the street is two different things.
Okay, let him finish.
I'm just trying to kind of give you the equivalent of being
That's not the equivalent. Being in the club and being on the street is not the equivalent of a good Samaritan. Now, if somebody's in the club,
of being a good Samaritan in a club.
I already know the case. I've read the whole Bible. I know the case of a good Samaritan.
If you let me finish. when I'm in a club, it's nice that I'm in a club that I just buy drinks and pass drinks out like wildfire with no intentions on trying to haul.
How come you didn't invite me to one of them clubs?
I mean, that's, we can get that popping after we, get this clear. After we get this all cleared up. But it's more or less like, I think we can look at things from two different perspectives and kind of blur the lines on them. Because,
Absolutely.
Hello?
Yeah, we're
here.
Okay. I think we can look at things sometimes from two different perspectives and blur the line on them. Because, I think, being a good Samaritan, in that case, it would have just been like, okay, you need a jack, you need, whatever this and that. I more or less I was looking at it from the standpoint of her not necessarily only being a good Samaritan, but her having the insight to be able to see a situation where she could help and assist her household by not having
that. I love that. I love that you said that.
Right. See, that's, I think the only disagreement we're having is looking at it from two different perspectives.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking at it more so from that perspective.
So you're looking at it more so for networking purposes.
Right.
Like you were saying, she was able to see that there was a need, and her you needed your car fixed, and her boyfriend or husband was a mechanic, and so she did put in a good word for him while you were on the side of the road street. So yeah, I can understand that. But wait a minute, but I will say that, okay, I give you that. Now that's good. We on a good road. But what I'm saying is, I wouldn't categorize that as, because you kept saying, but this was a white woman, and the black women don't do that. Now, me, I have a huge network. I can make a phone call and, I know how to do it, but send you somewhere. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, more people need to be educated to do that. And when you first go to college, they teach you how to network. When you go to your first class, you sit down in there, and the instructor says, okay, the first thing I want you to do is write your name down on a piece of paper, write your telephone number, and write your email address down, just in case if you're not here one day, so that you can get the assignments, because I'm not going to give it to you. Right. I'm going to give you my information, but it may take me 24 hours to get back to me. That's networking. But because you're in college, you think that the teacher gave you an assignment, so you're going to get an A on it.
Okay,
but you never take that. You never take those networking skills outside of the college classroom. Now, me, I learned the lesson. I learned how to network. Social networking, being outside talking, being at a restaurant, gas station, wherever. I network.
Okay, I still got this question lingering in my head. Why haven't you ever bought a guy a drink before?
Why is that a problem one day?
I mean, I just want to know because
that's not what I do. That's not what I do. I told you, I go to the club with my own money, and I go there to have a good time.
We do too.
I'm busy talking and networking and getting phone numbers and email addresses. I ain't studying about buying nobody no drink.
But we do too. We
call
it our own.
So with that being said, I think that's kind of like the dilemma that we're facing, like breaking outside of the norm, what's supposed, how things are supposed to be.
I see what you're saying.
I think the walls that are built up around what we are supposed to do is black. When I say black, I want to put that out there. That when I say us as black, I'm only speaking from their perspective because I don't know nothing else. I don't interact. I don't deal with no other races. That's what made it such an oddity to me, because I was looking at it like, damn, white women help they men out like this.
Correct.
What do we have to do to get our women to
be? Now let me say this too. Hold on. Wait. Let me say this, DWANYE Act Factor. I find this a cliche right here. Now, you said, well, I don't have a problem. I'm talking to Miss KIMMIE. I don't have a problem with stopping and helping anybody that's stranded on the street, which is a black man or whatever. But you got a problem with getting a guy a drink that you could just possibly end up, jumping the broom with. But taking a chance, you don't have hold on. You don't have a problem with risking your life, because this could be a front. And you going over just like the white lady could have looked at it like, this is a front. I don't have to help this guy. but she done it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that she wouldn't have a problem with, if she ain't got a problem with helping him with his getting his ride, you know, together or whatever, helping him get a ride or whatever. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have a problem with buying him a drink. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Now I'm throwing a race card out there.
Let me answer that. Now, what you said was this could be a front, as in, like you're saying, somebody could walk over and they could get robbed, right?
Correct.
Okay, so just the same as you're pressing the issue about buying a drink. Like I said, I don't buy men drinks. That's not what I do. Now, if we're dating and we're talking and, you know, we've been talking for some time and we're going towards a commitment, yeah, we can go out. I'll buy you lunch sometimes.
But you can help a stranger that might kill you.
Wait. Let me get there, baby. Let me get there. Now, as far as going into the club and buying someone a drink, no, I'm not buying you no drink, baby. That's not what I came to do. Now, if you want to talk to me and say, hey, you know, I'm in here, my dad's sick and he's in the hospital and so-and-so, and I probably can refer you because I have 5 years of medical experience. I probably can refer you to a rhinologist. I probably can refer you to a neurosurgeon. I probably can refer you to a cardiologist or a cardiovascular surgeon. I probably can do that. But as far as buying you a drink, no, not happening.
Oh, so, but that same guy that can't get a drink, he can get help on the side of the road by you. Or from you?
Certainly. And even in the club, if he's coming to me with the right attitude, he can get help from me in the club. Networking. But I'm not buying you any drinks. I didn't come to spend my
That's
you.
crazy.
I came to have a good time.
That's crazy.
I think that was, you know, I think we're using that synopsis too loose. I'm looking at it again, more so of the mindset. How do we program, quote unquote, how do we program our women to just be instinctively supportive of what we do? That's really what it was all about.
Now we on the right page.
White, black, really, her being white was really just kind of a sidebar. Race, really, it didn't matter if she was green, whatever. I was looking at it like, dang, green females doing this for their men? What we gotta do to, you know, it didn't really matter about us.
I'm gonna clear that up for you. What I would say is that most of the time what people do when they're dating in the wrong circle. So either you're out of your league or you're below your league. You're not where you're supposed to be. So a lot of times what we do is we date below our standards or beneath our standards because we're too scared of a challenge, or we're too scared to really go into really growing and stepping out, like you said before, stepping outside the box. Now, I've dealt with that. I've dated people that I felt like I had more education, I made more money than them, and I had a bigger network than they did. But that didn't stop me from dating them. I dated them and talked to them and coached them and helped them, you know, do a little better. I went on with my life and they dated somebody else. So, and I went on with my life, so that's not a problem. Anybody that comes in contact with me, I will help you. But buying drinks in the club, that's not going to happen. If you want to ask me where you can get a good birthday cake or where you can throw a good party, I can tell you that.
Okay, well, no, I got a problem with it because if you can't buy me a drink and I know your heart and you won't give me a drink just because, well, I'm not going to open the door for you. Just because I know that you aren't going to do it and won't do it, and you standing on it like I'm like no, I'm not going to get you a drink just because that's not what I do. So don't be mad at, you know, you really can't judge the black man for saying, well, you know what, this white girl will do it. She'll take the time out.
I'm not judging anyone.
What did you call him? But what did you call him?
I don't believe in going to the club and buying me a drink. That's not what women do.
Okay, but what?
Women go to the club, they look good, they polish themselves up, they look pretty, make sure they smell good, make sure they're educated.
That's not what we're talking about.
They work the rules, they talk to the men that are businessmen, they talk to the men who want to talk, they don't talk to the wallflowers who standing up on the wall thinking somebody's supposed to go and grind and twerk on them all day. That's not going to happen.
Okay.
I didn't come to the club to buy you no drink.
Okay.
My name ain't T-Pain, I'm going to buy you a drink.
Okay, what did you call DWANYE the ACKFACTOR? What did she call you, Wayne? She called you a what?
A few different things.
I'm just saying about what was that? What was that word? What was that word she used?
Well,
about referring
What if she said I have an affinity for white women?
An affinity for white women, and this man have you ever been with a white woman in your life?
I'm not even attracted to him.
So how could you?
I'm saying his verbal undertones sound like he had an affinity. Now, I've taken oral communications from Dr. Oliver in Southwest Tennessee Community College. She also worked at Bishop Burns and Northwest Tennessee Community College, and she has an EDS degree. So, yeah, and I'm at an A in that class, so I think I understand orating and when a person is speaking and how to dissect it. And it did sound like he had an affinity. He was highly impressed by this woman being able to come up to him and talk to him and network all at the same time. But my
you must got an F in judgment then, because this man just said.
Judgment. Simply, I was only speaking from that standpoint simply because I didn't understand that species of woman, because I don't deal with it.
And you know what we need to do is we need to get together, start hanging out, so that you can start moving into a class of women that's been waiting on some strong black men who are willing to accept help, willing to understand.
We don't want to hang with you. You want to buy drinks. We might want to drink. And we're not hanging with you. We might want to drink. And guess what? We got to bring our own money.
I ain't buying no drinks.
Well, you can't hang with us because we buy you.
It's not my name, and I ain't got no dreadlocks. So let me finish my statement. Now, I talk to medical professionals. That's who I deal with, or professional women that work for the paralegals. I mean, she's a paralegal at MCS. I know women who are OTs, which are occupational therapist assistants, or physical therapy assistants, or nurse managers. That's all I deal with. I'm not dealing with nobody below that because it's not even in my character to.
Okay.
So all I'm saying is sometimes you have to change your circle so that you can gain the assets and the resources that you need. Now, programming is a different story. Now, to program someone, you have to start doing that from a child.
Let me ask you this. So do you attend a church?
Of course.
Okay. Do you pay tithes?
Plenty of them.
You do. That's a yes, right?
Plenty of them. Tithes, offerings.
But
I sell my own goods and
Okay. So you say you pay. I'm asking, do you pay 10% or do you just give off from your heart?
Now, what I'm going to say is that depends on the church, but my church requires 10% and plus a free will offering and a seed offering.
Okay. Have they bought you any drinks?
No, they don't buy me drinks, but when I was a kid, I ain't gonna talk about no drinks because I'm not concerned about alcohol. But when I was a kid, they did, as far as Christmas time, you came to church and you got a Christmas gift. You came to church, you picked up an envelope.
Okay. So you go to church every Sunday, right?
Now, I'm not going to say I go to church every Sunday because sometimes I have engagements where I cannot go to church.
Okay, so you have been to that church, whatever. So out of one day out of a year, they get you some toys, and you have been to church. How many weeks in a year? Like what, 50? What?
52 weeks in a year, but I've been going to that church since I was 15 years old, and I'm almost 30. So where are you going with this?
So you have paid about, let me see, 10% of whatever your earnings is. We just say the bare minimum over $1,000, and they haven't bought you one drink. They bought you a toy. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hold on. Let me say something. Let me finish.
You said a drink, and after all those times that I sold my money, all I got was a toy. But I will say, now what was very, very valuable to me, more so than a toy or a drink or whatever, was the good teaching. And I will say, charity starts at home. And my mom taught me that giving and giving back to the community and being a humanitarian and someday really being a big name philanthropist, that's all over me because I'm doing it now. So the things that I've learned and being through church and through my upbringing has nothing to do with me giving my 10% of my time or giving back to the community. It's just something that I've been raised and taught to do. So like I said before, if you want to program somebody, you got to start as a child. Again, my major is psych, and I've taken a lot of classes. You got to start as a child. Yeah. By the time a person is 5 years old, they've already formed a personality. So if you haven't programmed them from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, baby, don't steal. Don't touch those hard curlers.
Okay.
Because it's too hot.
Okay, I see how well they've programmed you. Wayne, you have anything to say? We got to wrap this up.
I see when you said charity starts at home, again, it goes all the way back to really the question that was kind of, forced into my mind from this situation. How do we, as black, I've been black a long time. How do we form the kind of relationships that it takes for our women to not only expect certain things from us as men, and when I say that, I'm speaking on handling the financial situations and being a man. How do we as men get our women to be more supportive and assist us in that way?
I'll answer that for you. First of all, like I said before, it's to change your circle. Change who you're dating. If you want to date someone who's making an X amount of dollars per year, then don't go to certain places because they're not going to be there. You have to go where they are.
Well, I guess that we need to move out of this city to get drinks, huh, Wayne?
One day he's trying to distract me, but he ain't gonna do it. He's not gonna do that. Now, what I feel say about what you said, I really do. I value that, and I feel like we all should be supportive of one another. But I think, like I said, it starts with your upbringing. You need to date somebody that have a similar background, just like you do. You need to seek out those who are just as accepting and supportive as you do, as you are. You need to first stand up and be a man and be strong and be ready to provide and exhibit that, so a woman can recognize that when she sees you. Oh, girl, he got it together. Even if he ain't, he look like it. So she is interested in you. The men need to pull their pants up, put on some blazers, put on some button downs, and come and talk to a woman like they got some sense. Now, hey, baby, whatever this mess they be talking about, I don't even listen to them. You come to me like that, I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Why are the women that saying? They're not necessarily saying, oh, girl, he got all his stuff together. But the ones that's like, you know what, he's not quite all the way got his stuff together. But I know that with me and what I would bring to the table, I could really turn him into a king.
Thank you.
I just told you. You have to change your circle. Y'all don't want to hang out with me, so you won't find them.
Oh, my God. Okay, we're going to wrap this thing up. Wayne, I want you to close this out.
I'm going to have to start hanging out with you.
I'm trying to tell you, baby. It's plenty of single women lined up. I ain't got no kids. One of them is working on a master's degree. The other one is working on RN as an LPN. Is running a medical facility. I'm trying to tell you, I was it, baby.
That's willing to give.
That's willing. I'm telling you, they are ready, willing, and able with no children, with careers, and still going to school. They are ready, willing, and able. No one is stepping up. The proper man is not stepping up and talking to them and saying, baby, this is what I need. And as for, I'm going to say for my case, I'm so helpful that even if you don't tell me what you need, I already know what you need on contact. And I'm trying to tell you, this is how you can do this, this is how you can do that. And I'm oftentimes pushed away. So,
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Miss Kimmie. So I take it that you're married, right?
I'm not married.
Oh, okay, thank you.